Semen retention gives you blessings from God. What I'm talking about is random coincidences and things that just align in your life to take you towards the things that you want. This becomes a natural occurrence when you're on semen retention. Some of the synchronicities will drive you insane until you just start to get used to it. Now, the thing is with this power, right, you can either use it for the light or the dark. This is why they've always had, for example, like white magic and black magic, right? Because what that's really talking about is the fact that there is magic, but what you are using it for depends on what it is that you manifest, right? But either way, you get the blessings, which is the secret. The secret itself is as you start to store and raise and cultivate this energy within you, whatever it is that you want to manifest into your life is going to come quicker. Now, it will reveal the things that are in the way of you manifesting these things as well. So it could be that you want more money, a better relationship. You may even want to be able to engage in the bedroom better. What will start to happen is that the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, will start putting things in your way for you to conquer it, because you will have the energy, the power, and the poise to do so. This is what happens when you're on retention. Your testosterone rises, and so you start to seek out doing the hard things, right? Because when you look at the Hermetic principles, you have the law of polarity and you have the law of rhythm. So if you're trying to get to the positive side of things, typically what's going to happen is that you'll see a small swing up to tell you, yep, you're going to be on the right path. Then there'll be a swing down. Now, this swing down is a bit like when you're pulling, right, a bow, right, from a bow and arrow so you can shoot the shot. So you'll have that swing down. If then you remain on retention, you don't go to some of the negative habits, right? You cultivate the chi and you really face off with it. So whether that's you need to make more calls for your business, you need to work out more, you need to do certain stretches, for example, right? Whatever it is, if you then tackle that, right, you will receive the blessings and fast. This is how the blessings are given to us by spirit. It's because it makes you more intuitive. You're going to be more focused because you're not focusing on sex all the time and making every woman that you see something that you are pursuing. You're pursuing a specific goal, a specific thing, something that you want to manifest in your life, right? That focus then is amplified by the energy in your body, which means that you're having thoughts at a higher rate, because this fluid, right, that makes your semen also includes cerebral spinal fluid, which is what comes from the brain. And so since this fluid is not being wasted, it's revitalizing your brain so that you're able to notice subtle things that will be able to help you get towards your goal. Now, this isn't a easy journey, right? But with retention, what it does, it makes you want to do the hard thing. It makes you want to do the workout to get the body that you want. It makes you want to start to speak to women to get the partner that you want, or to get the business partners that you want. You start to say, yes, I'm going to do this thing. The things that before may have scared you, you start to attack these things because you now have the energy within the body that allows you to do that. Because most things that we do not get in life is because we entertain lower level things, because our nervous system, right, the part of our body that allows us to feel, isn't able and doesn't have the bandwidth to incorporate that particular experience into your life yet. But retention relaxes the nervous system and then allows that nervous system to expand so it's able to hold more energy, if that makes sense. Because most of the time, it's not that we can't handle the pain, because when we are always masturbating and all of these sort of things, that's a way for us dealing with the pain in our lives, dealing with a shitty existence, right? But then when a good thing comes into our life, we can't hold that for a long period of time because it's just too much for us. And so then the blessings, right, that we get from spirit, we're not the ones that are able to hold that. It's not even that the universe doesn't want to give you all the things that you want. It's that you are not able to receive that blessing because you are not ready, because you are not consistently telling the universe this is what you want, so it cannot bless you, right? The blessings and the curses is not something that's given to you from an external thing. It's something that you bring from within you. And when you then have the tests, which are guaranteed to come, these tests are there for the universe to judge whether it's that you really want this thing or if you were just lying. Let me explain that a little bit. Let's say you want a new job, you want to start a business, whatever it is. You start posting every day on social media, for example, for this business to manifest. The first video that you post may really go well, right? You may feel really good because you've started something new, but then you have that consistency. It's like the first day of retention, right? It's typically quite easy to do the first day, the first 24 hours, right? Because go to sleep that night, wake up the next morning, you're like, I'm not going to do it. By the time the night comes, you're feeling quite good with yourself, especially if you was masturbating throughout the day, because you're like, yes, I've not done this. Day 2 comes, day 3 comes. It stops being an ego trip, right? Where it's something external. This is now, all right, I'm relying on my willpower at this point to make sure I'm going through. That's the test, right? And being grateful, being positive, staying firm in your purpose through the dip is where you develop the strength. It's a bit like when you do a squat. You don't develop the strength by just having the weight on your back. You develop the strength by going down to that point, right? To that point where at the lowest you can get to, right? Or if you do after grass squats, you know what I'm talking about. You know, there's a point where you go lower, like the hips go down and you're really in it. The strength is built when you go that low and then you push up. This is where the blessings really are. The blessings are not when the things are going well. That's the result of the blessing that you received because you used your internal power to push through the lower moment. And this is why when you are on retention, the universe blesses you because you have the power within you, right, to be able to push through and to be consistent on the things that you want. This is not woo-woo, right? This is not if you do this, things are just going to start lining up for you, even if you don't do any actions. That's not how this works. How it works is that the power to do the things that will manifest what you want is given to you because you're no longer wasting the energy within your body. And by the virtue of that, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, has no choice but to bless you, because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. This is how the law of attraction works. This is why they talk about positive thinking. This is why you see them people that are super successful said, I always believed in myself, even when things were going bad. That's where the real growth is. That's where the blessings are. The blessings are in the changes that you make as a person on the pursuit of your goal and your dream. So I hope this video was helpful. Guys, if you would like to get some support on this journey, follow my Semen Retention group, right? It's a free group on WhatsApp and I post a video almost every day on there, just talking about different things and also sharing other content, not just my own, that will help you along this journey. And last but not least, guys, always remember you are perfect by design.